Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan. Happy New Year to everyone. I told you when I saw you last Friday, a really good chance you would probably see me next at this live stream on New Year's, after New Year's, January 2nd. I guess it's January 3rd for some of you people already. Let me fix one little thing here. Get my brightness right. 1, 2, 3. I guess I had it right. Anyway, so welcome, guys. How y'all doing? Good to see everyone here. Welcome, everyone. This is great seeing you guys on January 2nd. Hope you guys all had a fun little New Year's and Christmas and all that. And yeah, we had a safe, happy New Year's here. Actually, ours is super chill. We had really low expectations, you know. Yeah, a few weeks ago, we had bought a bottle of Prosecco, a bubbly Italian wine. It's not as bubbly as champagne, but it's delicious. I've been really into Italian and Sicilian wines lately. So we got that. It was sitting in our where we store our 2 bottles of wine at, just getting ready for New Year's. Angie made this great kind of charcuterie board kind of thing. She got some kind of vegan, like little salami slices. Like she sliced it from her mom for Christmas. She put them on crackers. She cut up some almonds. Let's see, I have a picture I thought here. Let me reacquaint myself with all the stuff she made on this spread here. Where is my photo? Here's the photo. Let me see if I can show it to you here. Let's see, is that gonna, yeah, I can kind of see it. Anyway, I got the salami, the cheese, the crackers. Oh yeah, olives, almonds, and some very tart apples here. So she put that together, and oh man, it went so good. Yeah, we chilled the wine perfectly in the fridge, got it nice and cold because that's how it needs to be all bubbly. And yeah, it was so delicious. We put on some really just cool, chill, like Korean type, like K R&B and soul and stuff like that. No, Angie didn't make the salami. Last year, her mom sent us this box of vegan salami for Christmas, and she sent us the same thing again this year. So we're all stoked. So yeah, that was a big part of our spread there. So yeah, Angie made that. It went so well. God, the wine was so delicious. It just paired 100% perfectly well with all the foods that Angie intelligently selected there. Listen to the music, just having some good times, hoping for a better 2026 and everything. So anyway, that's kind of what we did. Just took it chill. I kept it chill at home, basically. So let's see. Hey, late model, we missed you last Friday. Stanford Inn, which I want to go to someday in Mendo, has a great beet salami instruction video on their YouTube channel. Wow, that sounds delish. Hopefully one day I'll be able to eat there. That'd be so awesome. So great to see everyone here. I'm glad you guys are all here with us today. Hopefully we're all kind of back locked in with that, the holidays behind us now, all the fun and distractions that come along with that. But I hope you guys all had a good time on the holidays, both Christmas and New Year's. I'm a little more of a New Year's guy, so I just kind of had my fun then. Let's see, is Heidi here yet? Because I'm wearing Heidi's shirt. You missed it last week. Heidi sent me 2 shirts for Christmas. I'm so glad that late model / Sarah reminded me I needed to go to our P.O. box where I got your really cool cards. And Heidi sent me a couple shirts. So yeah, here's one of them right here. So I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, we'll definitely go one day up there to Mendo for sure. It's on my list of places I really want to visit. More reason why I want to live up in that quadrant of California, because all these cool places I haven't seen yet. I've explored Southern California pretty hardcore, so there's still more to explore. I'm not saying I've seen it all, but I've seen a lot of it. So I want to go to a place where I've seen barely any of it, and I feel like a kid again. So let's see. Yeah, it's a cool shirt. Yeah, the other one that Heidi sent me is over there too, but it's harder to wear because the joke is down below, like where I sit at. So this one's perfect. You can see it all perfectly here. And I'd love to visit. Yeah, I've always wanted to go where Peter's up at in British Columbia, Victoria, Vancouver, all that. I'd love to go there at some point. Travis, no, I'm not taking any calls tonight. I'm definitely not set up for that. In fact, I'm not even set up for sound tonight. I can't make any sounds on my. I just discovered it like 5 minutes before going live. I don't want to troubleshoot why I'm not getting my sounds right now. I don't need to make all the fart sounds and hit the bell and read the definition of veganism. I might not even read it tonight anyway. So yes, Matt Donalds, a tradition. I had black-eyed peas last night too. I kind of thought yesterday, New Year's is over, and Angie said, not so fast. We still have the Ryan's family tradition of having black-eyed peas because I have relatives that come from southern states. I hated black-eyed peas when I was a kid. I tell you guys, my mom would kind of bribe me, maybe give me $1 or so to eat the black-eyed peas, and I'll just eat them. It tastes horrible. But anyway, I love them now. I can't stop me from eating them. So we had the black-eyed peas last night. Totally delicious. It's weird how taste can change as you change over time. Now that I'm vegan, I don't think there's a legume I don't like. I think every legume is delicious in its own ways. But I'm glad to see all you guys here, all our regular viewers and our happy fam, our channel memberships, and even a few new. I've seen a few new happy fams as of late, like Bees. Be Easy Vegan, right? You're new, right? You didn't change your name from something else. I don't think, right? And I thought I saw someone else a little bit earlier too. Yeah, Cheesy the Mouse. So thank you guys for joining the happy fam. Much appreciated. And our moderators, I want to thank you guys too, Peter and Uncle. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys had fun holidays yourselves. So let's see. So you're a cult leader. I'm the cult leader, by the way. Hey, in case you don't know, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. This is the time we get together and discuss any and all things vegan. So if you're vegan or vegan friendly or vegan curious, you found a great resource, our live stream, and all our great, wonderful members here who I've carefully vetted out. If you're an a-hole level 5,000 vegan and you think your shit don't stink, I boot you out. We don't like those types. We want to be just chill, evidence-based vegans, that don't cause trouble. just chill people I want to spend my Friday nights with for as I've been doing all these years. So if you want to come hang with us, we come here. We're here every Friday night around this time, whatever time it is right now. Subtract about 8 minutes. That's when I start these live streams. And if you're not vegan and you just want to learn, cool. We're not going to judge you if you're asking honest questions, because I don't think any of us here in the live stream chat were born vegan. We know what it's like to not be vegan, so we're not like a-holes or anything about that. So yeah, come ask questions and we'll try to help you out. And if you're here and you're not vegan and you have no intention of ever being vegan, furthermore, you despise what I stand for. You might not hate me personally, but you hate me because I fit in a class of people. That I'm vegan. That you just happen to hate vegans and people of that type. We don't like your kind, but if you want to try to debunk veganism and prove how your bigotry is somehow morally sound and justified, try your best. I'll listen to your argument. I don't have too much hope for it, but I will listen. Just be chill. Don't be a jerk, and we could maybe have a little conversation. For everyone else, welcome. Thanks for being here. It's great to see everyone. Okay, so Cheesy the Mouse did change your name. Used to be Mark E. Moon until YouTube changed its name rules. Oh, tell me, Cheesy the Mouse, what rules did YouTube change about names? Like what's wrong with Mark E. Moon? Uncle, fireworks. Yeah, you guys know I hate fireworks. Our cats hate fireworks. Animals don't like fireworks in general. People with PTSD, sensitive people with bad like hearing like me. Not bad hearing, but sensitive hearing don't like it either. Fortunately, it was raining at midnight. It wasn't pouring. I saw in the Long Beach subreddit, like a lot of us are hoping for big rain tonight on New Year's Eve to not to mess up people waiting to see the parade. We're not evil or anything, just so that people wouldn't blow crap up at midnight. And fortunately, it wasn't raining that hard at midnight, but a few minutes after midnight, we really heard the rain come down and the explosions just dramatically dropped off right when that happened. So thank heavens it was raining around midnight. That was all I really wanted for New Year's, was it to rain. Again, not to rain on people's parades or anything like that, just so people wouldn't blow as much crap up and cause trouble and psychologically torment our family here. Yerobin, is that your argument against veganism, that you eat chicken? Do you have something a little more advanced than that? Because if that's all you have to say, you might as well leave. But if you want to give some argument as to why I think veganism is bad or wrong or immoral or something like that, you think you have evidence or an argument, love to hear it. If you're just going to tell us you're eating chicken, you're just trolling. And trolling is one of the rules that will get you banned from our live stream. Rule number 2, no spamming or trolling. You just, oh, I ate chicken, that qualifies as trolling. So anyway, and VLAM's here too. Awesome. Everyone's here today. Awesome. And Fu Man Poo. Good to see you, Fu Man Poo. Haven't heard from Bill in a while. So if you're here, Bill, let us know. I know tonight is a Lakers game. I think they come on at 7:30 p.m. It's 6:11 right now. So if you're around, Bill, just check in, say hello to us. And Peter, yeah, you told me I didn't check my Instagram messages. I never check my Instagram inbox unless like every week or so. It's not like something I look at on a daily basis or anything. I spend very little time on Meta properties, particularly their messaging platforms. So anyway, he said Daily Mail is putting out an article about a woman who used to run Veganuary. Now she's telling people to eat meat. Okay, I'll give that a look. Thank you, Peter, because I told you, be on the lookout for some early anti-Veganuary stories. And of course, Daily Mail, they didn't fail us. They were the first, sounds like the first to put out an early hit piece on Veganuary. So thanks, I'll take a look at that. I was thinking about making a video. If I didn't see anything interesting, it sounds like you got me an interesting one about, let me show, I told you your health, your cult leader is getting his health back after the UTI I had in mid to late November, and the antibiotics I was taking, and I had to be careful about tendon injuries, particularly like Achilles tendons, things that basketball players tend to rupture and damage or get, damaged. Anyway, and it was just kind of a tough recovery for me. And I learned it's kind of tough for older dudes to recover from a UTI. I'm getting old, I'm 58. Anyway, I had a great workout today. And let me see if I can get it in focus here. You can see that hopefully I exercised playing basketball for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Guys, I'm about to be 58 and a half, okay? Anyway, I expended 1,400 total calories, but more importantly, 1,153 active calories. That's, not my metabolism, just like, just exercising, working out. And my average heart rate for 2 hours and 15 minutes, guys, my average heart rate, 131 beats per minute, 131. Again, I'm 58 and a half. And if I show you my heart rate chart here, check this out, guys. Kind of hard to see. I'll try to hold it in focus. Oh, thanks AJ for your super chat tip there. For the Troll Be Gone fund. Did he go yet? Did our troll go? But thanks so much AJ for our first super chat. Fund. For our first super chat of 2026. So thank you so much, AJ. Much appreciated. So let me show you, AJ, and everyone else, how your cult leader did here. I had a max heart rate today. The highest my heart got was 173 beats per minute. I spent 41 minutes, over 41 minutes in zone 5 here. That's 156 BPM or over. Let me just put that to you again. 41 minutes in zone 5, 156 BPM or over. And then another almost 20 minutes in zone 4, which is 145 to 155 BPM. I mean, these are some intense heart rates for like a 30-year-old athlete, let alone an athlete that's knocking on 60. So one thing I did today is I went to 2 cloud-based UIs, the most powerful ones out there, Gemini 3 and ChatGPT 5. I just wanted to find out, is this dangerous for a guy my age to have go out in the basketball court and spend 41 minutes with my heart rate over 156, max heart rate of 173? I mean, yeah, I was doing that when I was younger. Can I still do that at age 58 safely? And I had both of those AIs analyze my workouts. I sent them, photos. They can convert the photos into data, and they said I'm doing freaking amazing. Like my cardiovascular health. Maybe I'll make a video on it sometime. But yeah, I didn't want to kiss my ass. I want to know, is this dangerous to do? So no, this shows that my cardiovascular health is really good. It was really impressive about my heart rate recovery, how it went down like 23 beats per minute from the moment I stopped working out to when I started resting, recovering. They said that's really good. That shows low risk of cardiovascular disease and other great factors. So anyway, maybe I'll make a video about the AI analysis of of my workout, you know. It showed, basically I have a weird title working, it showed AI my workout. It thought I was, it really asked, ChatGPT had no idea how old I was. Gemini knows my age, but ChatGPT didn't. So I said, how old do you think I am based on this data? He said, I would estimate anywhere from 20, like late 20s to early 40s. That's what he was pretty sure I was in my late 20s to early 40s. And I said, no, man, I'm like about to be 58 and a half. And then it was blown away. Then we went through the data more, and he put in perspective how my ability to sustain, like, you know, 131 BPM heart rate average over 2 hours, and, you know, be in zone 5 for like 41 minutes is like pretty insane, like almost unheard of. Not almost unheard of, but it's really, it's good. It's quite not common, and it's a good sign of my cardiovascular health, strength, and fitness. That you know, I don't want to brag or anything. But it's all really good things. So he says not to worry. These are heart rates that I can sustain, like I can be in zone 5 for that amount of time as long as I'm conditioned, which I am. And it said it's healthy to do it as long as I get plenty of recovery, you know, both physically and nutritionally, which I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, maybe I'll make a video about it one day. I'm sure a lot of anti-vegans, if they saw the title, would be really pissed off that, you know, that you know, my workout biomarkers are indicating that I'm doing pretty good. So your cult leader's back, is what I'm saying. You know, after a pretty rough recovery, a pretty rough run since like mid-November when I got that UTI, and trying to figure out what it was, take the right antibiotics, and then try to get my gut back together. I finished my 30-day supply of probiotics, I think just 2 days ago. And I learned that's all I really needed. I just really needed like a month of help, because I, you know, blew it all up with the antibiotics. Just it takes about 30 days roughly to get it back to like 100% functional. It might not be 100% numeric total down there, but as far as the functional output or capability of what your microbiome can digest or whatever. So anyway, guys, Carmichael, just looking at you, I wouldn't guess you to be a day over 44. Thanks. Yeah, ChatGPT didn't think I was even 44 based on the data from today's workout at the gym playing basketball. It really capped me out at the oldest. He thought I was early 40s. I don't think 44 is early 40s. That's mid 40s. So ChatGPT was blown away when I told him the actual age. Fu Manpu, steroids, right? Make you a savage. No, I'm doing fine. If you want the steroids and everything, that's cool. What I'm doing is working out just fine. What probiotics did I get? Asked Uncle. No, I didn't get a prescription or anything. I just got the same brand. It was a line that my B12 supplement made. It's like Garden of Life or something like that. I was familiar with that brand, had good success, good results with their B12 spray, sublingual spray. So I just got something at like Whole Foods that they branded. It was made by some doctor rather than, you know, just it was branded by a doctor that specialized in microbiome science. So I just took that. I probably could have got another brand and had the same results. But yeah, just an off the store shelf at Whole Foods probiotic supplement. AJ, I heard about Vegan Zombie. It's funny how people troll us, you know, us older vegans, and it'll look at me, oh, he looks like he's probably like 40 or something, or 50. It's like, oh, try 58, bro. So I heard someone was trying to like age shame, and age shaming is such a shit move, right? You know, say someone did not age well, and there could be many factors have nothing to do with diet, like lifestyle, you know, stress. You know, maybe they had a rough time in you know, some section of their life. You know, having kids can stress you out. But my point is, someone's trying to age shame Vegan Zombie because they're an asshole. Not Vegan Zombie, but the age shamer. And he must be like 30. Nope, try adding 20 years to that, you age shaming bigot. So that's awesome. It's funny when people try to age shame, which is, I told you, a total dick move, and to have it blow up in their bigoted faces is just the nice kiss on top of that, you know? So anyway, hi, is Heidi here? Let me see, where's Heidi? Hey Heidi, I got your shirt on, Heidi. I didn't see if you were on earlier. Yeah, there it is, cute shirt, Ryan. Thanks, Heidi. Yeah, thank you so much for your 2 shirts. I definitely will be wearing this one a lot because, you know, you can read it all above here. The other one about the crab pot thingy, yeah, the message is down here. It might be a little tougher to wear, but I'll wear it out a lot for sure. I just might not wear it on the show much because you wouldn't get the joke about it or the message I'm trying to say. But thank you so much. I'll definitely be wearing, it's cool. I have one I'll wear a lot, you know, in here, you know, making videos, and another one I can just wear just going out and about my daily life. So awesome. Oh, Peter, good. Dr. Greger's book for Christmas. Awesome. Let's see. Let's see what else you guys saw. Hey, VLAM, it's wild that people jump to taking antibiotics when they have the sniffles. No, I can't remember the last time I had antibiotics. Maybe when I had a tooth pulled out, they gave me a specific antibiotic so I wouldn't get an infection in the mouth. But no, this is the first time I can remember ever really taking like serious antibiotics. And yeah, I did not react well. I mean, it got rid of the infection, thank heavens. I've had urine samples twice since the antibiotics, and both times turned up nothing like as far as an infection negative. But anyway, yeah, they're pretty rough on me. And I guess I had a really like strong vegan developed microbiome, so it took a while to get it back. And I feel good now. I mean, when my microbiome was compromised, I didn't feel like myself. It really is strange how much like your microbiome like determines how you feel and feeling like yourself, So anyway, I'm glad I got it back. But yeah, I hope to never have to do that again. But I did it, It's like when Ravana, remember her when, she was having like SIBO or some kind of gastrointestinal situation. She did the right thing. She went to see a vegan gastroenterologist, probably Dr. Angie, very, well-respected, talented gastroenterologist. Told her, hey, just take some antibiotics, you'll be fine. But, and you'll still be able to eat your vegan diet, But nope, Ravana said, nope. Doug Graham, the author of 80-10-10, the raw fruitarian guy, said antibiotics are bad, so I'm going to listen to him. Yeah, start eating meat and fish and all that crap, which Dr. Doug Graham, he's a chiropractor doctor, never said to eat or anything like that. It's funny how people will say, no, I'd rather stop being vegan because I don't want to take antibiotics. It's like, what? I think I said back then too, if I ever found myself in a situation where it was either eat meat or take antibiotics, I mean, antibiotics, no brainer. Give me the antibiotics any day over to having to eat dead animals. If I was forced to have to choose one or the other to cure an illness. But anyway, I took the antibiotics as the doctors prescribed. They did what they did. They got rid of the infection, and they did a lot more. And it's taken me over a month now to get over, the decimation of my microbiome that happened from them. But, I got over it. This happens. People do it, and it works, and I'm still vegan. And I never thought, wow, I can't be vegan anymore. I can't take these antibiotics or something. Anyway, Fu Man Poo, you're starting to roid rage over losing your crown, like a hat crown, or am I missing something on that? Are you referring to something else? What's that, Uncle? The zombie microbiome. It controls you and it tells you what to eat. It kind of does. I mean, I've always known a little bit about microbiomes, how they function. I knew enough to, like, when I hear people say, oh, I tried going vegan, but it was hard for me to eat my stomach couldn't process the vegetables or whatever all that well. And I said, well, not a doctor or anything like that, but I know it takes about a couple weeks, roughly a couple weeks for you to build up a new microbiome from scratch. So you're eating way too much meat, not enough plants. You're going to have a microbiome adapted for the meat, not the plants. It adapts to what you put in it. So anyway, yeah, just eat plants for a couple weeks. It might be a little rough going. You might fart or something. It's not going to be the end of the world. People fart all the time and they're fine. But my point is, yeah, it takes a couple weeks, and that's what I noticed for me too. After a couple weeks of taking probiotics and being off the antibiotics, the combo of the two, I was feeling okay. I'm starting to feel more normal now, about 2.5 weeks or so, which is right on the spot on that timeline that I learned about and have been telling people, so I can say firsthand. Kimchi I can eat now, Uncle. During the early stages of the UTI and recovery, I wasn't eating sauerkraut or kimchi, even those are good prebiotic foods, but they're bladder irritant foods and really salty. Now I'm eating them. I just had some sauerkraut, I think yesterday or the day before. But yeah, it's been tough. It's tough trying to balance everything out and trying to cut some like just egregious oxalate consumption out of my diet too. Like not eating a bunch of like a Raisin Bran late at night. I'm eating different like cornflakes or something else, instead of like all a very oxalate heavy food. And not munching oxalate-rich almonds all day, you know. So I'm just making some tweaks to my diet right now. Let's see. Harry Carmichael. Hey, Ryan, I'm getting a pimple on your jaw. Do you think it's a vegan diet? 100% without any doubt whatsoever in my mind. I know for an absolute fact that any problem that any person ever has, you can trace it back to a vegan diet, assuming that person is vegan. If they're not vegan and a regular meat eater gets a pimple on their jaw or a UTI or breaks their elbow skateboarding, then it's not the vegan diet's fault because they're not vegan. It's some other factor. But if you're vegan, it's 100% responsible. Your diet's 100% responsible. That's how it works. Don't you know that by now, guys? Mohammed once, get regular blood work and discuss with your doctor. Yeah, I had some blood work it was either late November or early December. I think it was early December. And then, anyway, it doesn't matter. Because I went to urgent care with the UTI, they did a big urinalysis and all this stuff. Anyway, I'm going back for a yearly healthy checkup thing with my primary care physician in a few weeks. So we'll get some regular blood work. They didn't do a lipid panel on me because they didn't think I was dying of a heart attack. I had a UTI, so I didn't get that. So I'll make sure they do a lipid panel, a complete iron panel, because my iron markers were all within range except for one thing. The marker for iron saturation was one interval out of the range. And I looked at my historical averages, and they're usually much higher than that. And I've learned, UTI can do that too. It's not because I'm vegan or anything like that. So anyway, I've been taking a liquid iron supplement for right now, and I want to make sure I get an iron panel in a few weeks to see if I got that marker back to where, at least within the reference range, and hopefully closer to my historical average. So we'll see. So that's what I'm doing right now, just because having a UTI can really wreak havoc on your iron levels. I've learned if somehow iron feeds the infection, so your body sends out some hormone to not release iron into your bloodstream like it normally does. But my storehouse, ferritin, my iron is strong. That's a strong marker. The analogy is like the storehouse of my iron is great. Just the trucks, the distribution mechanism of the iron, the trucks are not carrying a full load. They're like half full or empty or something like that. I got to get the trucks filled up with the iron again. So it just takes a little while. It's been a little bit of a rough recovery after the UTI, something I did not know, I didn't anticipate, but I've been dealing with it, and I've been dealing with it fine, you know? So anyway, Fu Man Poo, your latest blood work was pure, no roid destruction. Good for you. I'm glad you're getting away with your roids there. Let's see. A late model. There's an upper limit for zinc that you don't want to go over. You get mine from food easily. Yeah, I want to mention, I got some products from Clean Machine. They have some brand new products. Let me just show you really quick. I don't have them on me right now, but I should have had this handy because they contacted me about some of their new stuff, and I told them, hey, I'm recovering right now from a pretty kind of rough UTI. The recovery is a little slower than what I want, and I noticed that in their new product, which they sent me, this Mycelium Pro. It's really cool. I just had a big scoop in my smoothie today after the gym. It has all sorts of protein and stuff. That's great for the crazy workout I did today. But it also has prebiotics in there too, like just natural prebiotics. Like bananas are naturally prebiotic. Oatmeal's naturally prebiotic, but it's got that in there. They sent me. I was wondering if I was low on vitamin D. And for me, I'm high. The reference range is like 30 to 100 or something like that. I'm usually like at 28 or 29. I was at 32 or 3, which is great for me. But anyway, I got some of their vitamin D3 here too to try to just up it because it's winter time. So you can't really, go wrong. And also got some more of this, the BC branch chain amino acid fruit punch. I had some before my gym trip today, and asked the AI, I said, I had this before my trip. Do you think that helped me with my crazy 1,153 active calorie workouts, with 41 minutes in zone 5? Said, yeah, that probably gave me some of the fuel I needed to go out there and work hard while the Mycel Pro 1 has like great stuff for recovery. Hey, I'm not sponsored yet. I don't even know what my promo code is. I really got to get in contact with them now. I'll get in contact with them next week, assuming they're not working this week because of the holidays. But this stuff's already making me feel better. So it's strange. A lot of people get their stuff for like, they want to get strong and swole, stuff like that. I'm just using it for just healthy plant-based recovery for what I'm going through right now, and recovery not only from the UTI and the post-UTI effects like lower iron, but also just like recovery going to the gym today and working out like a 30-year-old. So anyway, thought I'd mention that. I'm starting to getting back in touch with them, and their products are already helping me. Let's see, Flatlander says sometimes you don't realize how you feel. You take a supplement and feel better, and then you realize you didn't really feel that great like beforehand. Well, I knew, because my body is like, I don't want to brag. I'm like a fine-tuned athlete or something like that. To show you, I'm not. I'm sure some swole jack guy, he's not a fine-tuned athlete. No, let me show you my workout today. If you think you can go out and work out for work out for 2 hours and have an average heart rate of 131, max heart rate of 173, and spend over 41 minutes in zone 5 and 19 minutes in zone 4. Let's see you do that and then talk a bunch of shit. My point is, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to be as objective and not conceited as possible. My body is a very finely tuned machine, meaning in order for me to go out and do that kind of workout I just showed you, I can't be out of shape. I have to do a lot of stuff to have that kind of conditioning. My body has to like work right. My point is, if something's off, I feel it. And I was one of my doctors told me this because I talked to a few last year, and I was reading some about it via AI too. Sometimes it's the healthiest people that have the hardest recovery because they're used to their body functioning like perfectly, not perfect, what I'm saying, just really, really well. It's just all firing all cylinders. And if just one little thing goes off, it could just throw it all off. And that was me, probably with the one interval below the reference range for iron saturation. So that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say I'm some elite athlete. I'm an amazing physical specimen, but it is pretty impressive that I can go out and do those workouts at my age still. So the ones like the one I just showed you right now. So again, if you're trying to get swole and you're not impressed by that, great for you. I'm not trying to get super swole, even though I do work out in my garage. I don't go insane. I got my bench press out there. I do battle ropes. When I'm in the mood, I'll put the squat rack on and go for that. But I actually just do body weight squats or goblet squats with a dumbbell. Anyway, let's see. You're doing savage squats and deadlifts. That's good for you. I've been doing more squats lately. Just good for basketball. But it's nice on my off days when I'm out in the gym. I'm not doing exercises that that are tough on my lower body. Let's my Achilles and all the lower body muscles and tendons just recover from the crazy crap I do on the basketball court. Go out in the garage, do upper body stuff, low impact. It's kind of a nice balance I have. I'm kind of like recovering and working out on this at the same time because I'm recovering from the basketball workout when I'm working on my upper body out in the garage. And why not have piano playing replace lifting this week? It's great, right? Late model to just like have some off time, like off days, even off weeks. Here's the thing too, guys. I was really afraid by I had to like pretty much not play basketball for like over a month, and at my age that's horrible because if you're like in your 20s and you take a month off, you can get back into it pretty easily. But the older and older you get, the tougher and tougher that getting back into it becomes. So I thought it was gonna be like a few more months out before I could have done a workout like I did today with those crazy heart rates for so long. I did it today, so it just shows that our fitness, even though we're getting older, it can, if you're a truly conditioned fit athlete, even if you take some time off, it's there. So my point is, if you take a week or two, I'm not trying to brag again, I'm just trying to say if you take a week or two off, you might have some anxiety about losing some fitness, and you probably will, but just a few, if you're at 100%, maybe it'll go down to 90 or 95. It won't be horrible. For me, Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of back already. You know, I don't feel 100%, but I feel like I'm back to where I can do the kinds of workouts that I was able to do before the UTI. I have all the energy and conditioning. I didn't really lose that much. I mean, I don't feel as conditioned as I was before. I'm not able to win games like I was before. I get tired. I start pooping out. I get lazy. I don't jump on my jump shots, stuff like that. But yeah, it just takes time. You got to work it out, play your way back into shape. And that's what I did today. I knew I shouldn't have played the last game, but I told the guy, hey, I've been gone for like 4 or 5 weeks due to illness and injury. I just want to move. I want to play. Let's have some fun, okay? And that was the philosophy of the last game. Anything Trump says, do the opposite, because Peter said that Trump says exercise is bad for you. Like, citation needed that exercise is bad for you. In what way? Like, it makes your biomarkers better, increases like your cardiovascular fitness and stuff like that. It gives you more muscle mass. It's like, in what way is exercise bad for you? I mean, yeah, you could get injured, but you could just get injured walking around your house too. I've bumped into things and got hurt just walking around. Yeah, late model. Yeah, good for you to have some rest there. So you hammer hard. So you have to institute intentional breaks. Absolutely. Oh, fasting week is your total reset. Is that right now? Because I thought you did it around now. Is that what's going on? And then you'll get your blood tested too, right? Not too long after that. What's that, DJ Whiteflower? You took this week mostly off because of the flu. Back to it tomorrow. Wow, if you only took a week off due to a flu, awesome, good for you. That's not taking much time off. You know, I mean, not that I'm not saying great you got the flu, but man, you're only out a week. That's awesome. Mohammed wants, is it good to eat pickled food and drink smoothies? Hey, I like pickled foods. I love pickles. And yeah, I don't know about drinking smoothies every day all the time, but yeah, today I got back, had like I think a 7-banana smoothie mixed in with some frozen cherries and my Clean Machine mycelium powder and some ground flaxseed. Yeah, I have smoothies. That's my only thing I'll have after a workout, you know. I can't remember the last time I was out of bananas and had to settle on like oatmeal or something like that. That's my thing. Yeah, get back from the gym, have a big banana-based smoothie. Yeah, and exercise gives you energy. Look at me. Again, let me show you how crazy this workout was again, guys, if you can read it here. I mean, I feel good. I should, you know, look at this. 2 hours, 15 minutes, average heart rate, 131, 1,153 active calories. The AIs both said an average guy my age would be wrecked. I think that was I can't remember if ChatGPT or Gemini said wrecked. An average dude my age doing that kind of workout would be wrecked. I feel great. Look at me. Usually you guys see me way more chill. I don't know why I'm so hyped up right now. I should be totally... I'm probably going to pay for it tonight. I'll probably start getting tired really early tonight and fall asleep, which is fine. You know, if my body's giving me that signal, I will respect it and follow it. But look at me. I should be totally just laid out right now because I'm this deficient vegan. You know, we have no energy, but I did all that crazy exercise and look at me. I'm still hyper right now. And, you know, I haven't had any coffee or caffeine today, nothing. You know, this is carbohydrates and proteins and fats all working together, and I feel fucking awesome. You know, I say fucking because I'm happy, guys. I'm happy I got my health back. It was really bumming me out just being not myself for the past like 5-6 weeks, you know, with the infection and all the minor complications after that. Complications for me, I wasn't like dying or anything, but you know, it wasn't like, oh, antibiotics are done, you're cool. It wasn't like that. It was a long process to get to where I'm at right now. So I'm kind of, I'm happy. I'm happy that I did that. I'm happy that I'm where I'm at right now because a few weeks ago I'm thinking, man, this is going to be a long recovery. You know, I might not be like back to kind of normal till end of January, February, March. I don't know. I was thinking like people that have long COVID, they're, fatigued for months or years. I go, I don't know when it's my energy is going to be back. So thank you guys. Thanks so much. But I just want to express how I'm kind of stoked that I'm turning a corner here. Oh, thanks, late model. Soy Latte California. Thank you, AJ and late model / Syrah. Thank you so much. Soy Latte California for sure. Maybe tomorrow. New Year's Day, it's been raining. You know that late model. The West Coast has been. We've had enough rain now in California for an entire rainy season, and we're just getting started. The rainy season starts counting somewhere like in late September, or I think it starts around when fall starts. Anyway, my point is, it's been raining like pretty much every day. Some days it rains a few inches. Today, maybe a few tenths of an inch or something like that. So yeah, yesterday, New Year's Day, we got a text from one of Angie's local coffee shops, one of our local coffee shops. Hey, we're open today till 1. It's like, oh, looked outside. Hey, it's not raining. In fact, I see some sun peeking out. So we walked out yesterday, and I got my half calf like I used to, my half calf latte, and Angie got her regular calf latte. So that was fun. What I'm saying is, I don't know when I'll be able to do that next because the weather's so lame. It's supposed to rain up until like Tuesday, like off and on, you know. But it's been raining all this week. New Year's week, it's been rainy pretty much every day. Monday was a pretty nice day. I think Sunday and Monday were decent. And then all of the Christmas week, it's been raining too. So now I know what it's like, Peter, to live where you live at in the Pacific Northwest and late model too. You know, it's it's rough. You know, having rain and clouds all the time. It's so like yeah, you know, Uncle, right? What do you think, Uncle? What do you think? Because Uncle just lives like a few miles from me as the crow flies. We live pretty close, but as the freeways don't connect us, it's kind of tough. Well, how have you been dealing with all this like very non-Southern California weather? Because like this time last year, we didn't even have like a or a quarter of an inch of rain, you know? And now we have like 10, 11 inches or something like that. It just rained like an inch yesterday here in Long Beach. So like, how are you handling it all? You love the clouds all the time. I'm kind of what's the word about I'm looking for? I'm just kind of weird about clouds. Like in summertime, I love clouds. Like summer and fall, clouds are our friends. They provide shade because it's so sunny. They make it cooler because it's so warm. Clouds are our friends. But in wintertime, no, I don't like clouds. I want the sun to come out and dry up the rain and warm things up and make a beautiful day. So I'm kind of, what's the word? I'm kind of ambivalent, I guess. I like clouds in the summer and I dislike them in the winter. Yeah, for me though, a perfect summer day, you wake up in July or August and it's all cloudy and overcast, like, yes, it feels so lovely, you know. But this time of year, I want the sun. I want the vitamin D. Hey, Graven's here. That's not too much. Oh yeah, because we don't live in the tropics. Yeah, Florida rain is nothing like California rain. Yeah, we live in a desert climate, Southern California. Yeah, very droughty climate too as of late. But no drought this year. Do I hear rain right now? Or is that it can't be a bird. It's nighttime. I heard something outside. Who knows? Anyway, let's see. Muthulan, you like snow, just not really cold stuff. See, I'm kind of afraid of snow. Let's see. Uncle, you get used. Peter says you get used to the Pacific Northwest darkness and rain, and you have darkness up there too, being so high up latitude. You know, shorter days, longer nights this time of year. So Uncle, about the weather here, it's all concrete and asphalt here. So the rain just runs down the street into the ocean. Yeah, we really don't capture, meaning collectively here in Southern California, capture much rainwater for like storage, like, you know, to store it away for the summer drought months, you know. I've seen some news stories where they're working on it. It's starting to happen, but, you know, it's waste. We have all this water, it just rushes away down storm drains to the ocean. But, you know, we live in a drought area and we could use every last drop, so hopefully they'll start working that out. That's that, Peter. Instead of drinking coffee, do you drink coffee? You think you're going to start drinking mushroom drink alternative with matcha? Yeah, whatever's good for you. AJ, you hear rain? Probably not through my microphone though. I heard something. Maybe it was a dog taking a pee outside. Who knows, you know? Anyway, let's see. I always forget how to pronounce your name, Jair H. Guy. How have I stayed so consistent uploading when anti-vegan arguments never change? Well, It just means like there's a never-ending flow. It's like a clown car of anti-vegan nonsense, right? I mean, it just seems like a stream, a hose that just keeps shooting out a bunch of crap, you know? So that sounds too vivid. Sorry if I gave you a bad mental picture there. But anyway, I think you get my metaphors there. You know, that's why I can be so consistent in content, because there's a consistent flow of anti-vegan rhetoric and nonsense. Okay, it is raining. He fell. I hear it now. It is raining. I hear it now for sure. That's not a dog peeing or something like that. Let me look at the app here. It doesn't say anything about rain, but I definitely hear it. So if you hear it in Los Alamitos, which is really near to where I'm at, I know you're so close. So anyway, that's awesome. But yeah, sounds like rain. Like I said, it's rain. It rains pretty much every day now. Now I know what it's like for all you people that live in Oregon and Washington State and British Columbia. You know, I don't know if I like it that much. You know, the constant rain and clouds and stuff like that. I mean, I'm okay with it. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of it. You know, but I guess you get used to it and stuff. But anyway, hopefully it'll get back to normal Southern California winter. It'll be cooler but sunnier. I can live with that. Wow, Peter, it's been raining so much in British Columbia too. Some people's houses got flooded out. Yeah, it's been happening here too. Uncle, cats peeing on the roof. I guess they could do that. Maybe that was it. Yeah, VLAM. There was some flooding in some parts of California, more in more mountain-like communities, like watersheds coming from mountains and stuff like that. They got hit really hard with a hardcore rain cell, just soaking them hardcore. But yeah, we've been doing all right here as far as like avoiding flooding. We don't really live in a totally flood prone area. There's no rivers or anything like that. But it's kind of a flood plain historically. That's what created the beautiful Los Angeles basin. It's just like water flooding down from the mountains, that are pretty close to the ocean. They created this big plain that extends the land further out from the mountains. But yeah, I mean, historically, like if you look at history, like on 100 or 1,000 million year scales, yeah, it can flood here. Hey, Calignet, you've changed your name. Yeah, Patrick. This is Patrick. Tucson has been getting a lot of the rain that has been moving east from our area. You love it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, out in the very deserted areas of Texas. Yeah, it's probably amazing to get some rain, when you guys aren't getting it. Yeah, we're done here. We have our fill for the year. We've got already a complete rain season's worth of rain in like 2 months. So if you want to have the rest of our rain there in Tucson, Patrick, I'm more than happy to let you guys have it. What's that late model? You get 300 plus days of sunshine a year. You're not into it? That's crazy. I thought living where you're at in a more Pacific Northwest locale, you would have more cloudy days. Is it because of your proximity to the Cascades? Are you on the sunnier side of them or something like that? Is that why you got so much sunshine for being in Oregon? Because yeah, most of the time you hear about people in Oregon like, oh, it's cloudy all the time. That's interesting. Oh, cool. Vegan shoe company in Vancouver. Vessi. They make 100% waterproof shoes. Wow, that sounds like perfect for Pacific Northwest lifestyle. Carmichael, you think I would enjoy myself in a blizzard? What gives you any evidence to suggest that I would have a great time in a blizzard? Please let me know what you know that I don't know. Giovanni's been rating them for you. Where are you at, Giovanni? I don't recall. Uncle, yeah, Angie left some food out for the squirrels, I think, yesterday, and as of this afternoon, it was still there. I told her that the squirrels seem really active on nice sunny days. When it's nice and sunny and her and I go out and about, you see the squirrels running crazy, and on these cloudy days, we don't go out as much, and the squirrels seem to be less active too. Okay, Giovanni, Solano County became San Francisco because of fog and rain. That's where you're at? Okay, yeah, late model. This is what I thought. You're on the non-ocean side, the inland side, the east side of the Cascade Mountain Range. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a really tall, volcanically created mountain range, really high snowy peaks. Yeah, just a really like serious mountain range. So living on the west side, the ocean side of the ocean, the coast of the ocean side is totally different than living on the east, the land, inland side of it. Different climates, so high desert. The west side is the wet side. Yeah, that's how it works out. I didn't realize it was going to be so sunny for you there too.
Did you hear it started pouring again?
Yeah, I heard the rain.
Yeah, it's pouring right now.
It's still pouring right now?
Well, not as hard.
I heard it though. I was talking about it. It's like I'm telling you, it's raining every day now. Now I know what it's like to live in Portland and Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still coming down pretty decent, but it was like cats and dogs for.
And the funny thing is, today was a day it really wasn't supposed to rain that much, but I guess it could just hit you. It sucks for people who are out walking their dogs and they think it's safe, or walking to a market or something like that. They don't bring an umbrella, and all of a sudden, oh no.
Yeah, good thing we walked yesterday.
Yeah, as I was saying, we snatched it yesterday. We saw some clear sky, and the coffee shop is open on New Year's Day, so we snatched it.
Yeah. So closed at 1, so we just made it.
We got my latte by California Soy, actually oat milk latte.
Oat milk latte.
I was good that we never get soy lattes. I can't remember the last time I got a soy latte, California.
Yeah. You can get oat milk everywhere now.
I know, that's what's cool about oat milk. It's ubiquitous. They're saying hi, Angie.
Hi, guys.
They hear you.
Oh, is your friend that gave you the shirt hat?
Yeah, Heidi's there, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Heidi's, she saw the cute shirt right away.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks again, Heidi. VLAM, who is in the southern hemisphere, which means the complete opposite season to us in the northern hemisphere, it's 50 degrees. Let's see, wait. 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. Wait, that sounds really cold and sunny here. The perfect weather to be outdoors. Wait, 50 degrees Fahrenheit? That sounds really cold. 10 degrees Celsius in Hong Kong? Shouldn't it be like more like 80 degrees or 90 degrees or something like that? I'm confused. Trish, you're in Florida. It's been cold for 2 days, but you always keep an umbrella in the car. That sounds like practical advice for Florida. Much more rainy, tropical area than the desert, basically, that California is. Or I should say it's more Mediterranean climate here. Hong Kong's in the northern hemisphere? Crap. You're right. You're totally right. Yeah, I think, that's right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just putting it all together right now. Yeah, absolutely right there. My bad, VLAM. Yeah, I was thinking Hong Kong it's a more southerly latitude, I thought, than where I'm at. Let me just ask Shlomo here. What latitude is Hong Kong at? Yeah, 22. Yeah, you're at a more southerly latitude. I'm at approximately 34 degrees north, so Hong Kong 22. Yeah, so you're more tropical. That just seemed quite cool for such a low latitude, for a tropical latitude. Maybe that's what I was thinking, rather than southern hemisphere. I'm just going, tropics. It's warm there all the time, isn't it? For vigorous outdoor exercise, you like 30 degrees. Otherwise, 45 to 65 is your perfect. Interesting you bring that up, late model, because I had these coupons. We got 10 coupons from our friends at Impossible Foods. We just got them like at the very end of November, so we had to use them quickly. So come New Year's Eve, I still had 2 coupons left, so I took, and only could use one per time per trip. So I went to one of my local markets, and I had this jacket on that I wear. I bought it in Chicago, so it lets you know it's for cold climates. I bought it because it has a rubber surface, so if it rained and I thought it was going to rain, the water would fall right off. It has a hoodie, I could cover my head. But it has like this weird insulation inside. Weird. It kept me so warm, but I'm walking fast. And I got my coupon, I got the food, brought it back. And then Angie said, well, how about this one last coupon? I said, crap. All right, if you make breakfast, I'll take the last coupon and do my walk again. But I was so warm in that jacket. And but it was warm outside. I thought it was going to rain, but it was like 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It didn't really rain. I got back from the second trip, my body was overheated. I was like exhausted. I had to take like a nap after that. I like overheated. So I know what you're saying. If for outdoor brisk activity, 30 degrees, maybe me, I would have been fine in like 50 degrees. But yeah, walking around in that jacket here in 65 degrees, that was brutal. I heated up way too fast. I didn't know that was going to happen. I haven't had something like that happen to me in the winter before, so now I know. Oh yeah, Graven Babies is also Trish. Yeah, Graven Babies is also in Florida too. Yeah, it says Trish, I'm in Florida. I don't use an umbrella, not wanting to hold a lightning rod. Well, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yeah, we don't get as many lightning, thunderstorms, but when there are, yeah, don't use an umbrella. What's that, Peter? A friend, who lives in a van in different parts of British Columbia, just decided to travel 16 hours to Indonesia for a few months to get away from the cold. Hey, smart move. If you're going to travel to some exotic tropical location, yeah, now's a great time, especially if you live somewhere as north as you guys do. You guys are the lightning capital. Wow. Yeah, where's Fu Manpu? You still here, Fu Manpu? We have two Florida peeps right now, and Fu Manpu is a Florida peeps as well. Wow, 20 degrees for skiing? Is skiing a really hot activity? I've never done it, so I don't know. I've never even gone snowboarding. Hong Kong is technically subtropical? I think that's what we're considered here too, in LA. It's supposed to be cold in January, but it was summer temps during Christmas. Weather is so weird now. That's kind of like how it is here too. Like, before it got really cold and rainy, we had some really a nice run of like bunch of days that were like 74, 75 degrees, just beautiful, like, December days. That's my kind of Southern California winter. I hope we'll get some more of that. Oh, Fu said good night earlier. Oh, bummer. Okay. Leg day tomorrow. Is he really doing all the steroids? That's so wild. Yeah, we had a tornado here like a week or so ago. It's not like the tornadoes you see in southern states that like just level a whole neighborhood. They're much smaller in scale. They're destructive, but not nearly as destructive as those classic, like, tornado alley type tornadoes. But yeah, they can they can do some damage for sure, but not on the scale of, anyway. Yeah, local news loves to show those for sure. Oh, Fu's still here. Cool, I'm still here. Neighbors fighting, cops called. Sure, somebody's going to jail. Wow. Any idea what they're fighting about, Fu? Can you tell from the yelling that I presume is happening? Well, they're both imbeciles. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. It sucks. No, not like a hurricane. A hurricane's like a widespread, large-scale event. Hurricanes are a really focused thing. It'll just be like a water spout or a wind spout that kind of comes down and just goes through and maybe takes the roof off a car or trailer park or something like that, like one building or so. Or I saw one time it took made major damage on the roof of an industrial building like a year or two ago. Something like that. Just like some smaller, focused destruction. That's how Southern California tornadoes are. They might knock down some palm trees, knock down a street sign, something like that. Yep. Wintertime fun for sure. Let us know how it's going there, Fu. Hopefully you're safe, and hopefully people get arrested that need to get arrested. Water spouts are cool. I can't say I've ever seen one in person, just like on the news when someone records one with their cell phone. I guess that's good. I'd probably be pretty frightened because, like I said, they can cause some small, major damage. If it hits you or your car, you're going to have some trouble, or your house. Are you going, Fu Manpu? Well, be safe and don't go outside if the police are there. Let the police arrest people who are outside fighting. They're both imbeciles. Yeah, that's scary. You got it right, VLAM. Being randomly marked by the weather gods. That's what a tornado here in Southern California is kind of like. Just so random. They don't happen much, but they can happen during certain kinds of weather events. And the recent kind of weather that we had last week during the atmospheric river was the perfect kind of unstable weather that is ideal for lightning and thunder and the little tornadoes we have. Yeah, Dust Devils. It's kind of like that, but on steroids, I think. So anyway, I just saw a cool movie last night on Disney Plus with Tom Hiddleston. You know, my favorite actor. You know, the vampire guy and Only Lovers Left Alive. And Loki. Um, it's called like Chuck or something like that, or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like an adaptation of a Stephen King story. If you guys see that movie, I never heard about it. I just saw, oh, this new, I think, and Angie and I both love Tom Hiddleston. We think he's such an awesome actor. I don't know if you guys saw it, because I had no idea what it was about. Had nothing, zero knowledge. Just kind of read the description, really brief. It was a brief description. Let me know if you guys saw that movie I'm referring to here, because it's kind of, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there's like 3 acts or 3 parts or whatever. It's kind of divided into 3 parts, and the first part I was watching, I go, wait, this makes no sense. There's something wrong. It's just like a weak storyline. I couldn't believe like Stephen King would be responsible for such a storyline that's full of holes and doesn't make sense. You know, just. But after the next parts happened, it tied it together. It was really cool. So let me know if you guys have seen it. But yeah, it's called something about like Chuck or something with Tom Hiddleston on Disney Plus. So it's not a Disney movie, just on that network. Oh, the lava lamp! I forgot to turn the lava lamp on tonight, Sarah. Sarah, my bad. Oh man. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be lava lamp. I knew something was subtly off with the lighting when I looked in the monitor here. I'm going, what is it? What's not right? And yeah, it shows you I'm a little tired from my crazy gym experience today. So that's probably it. I'm not as mentally tight as That's too late. It's already 7 o'clock. It takes like half an hour, 45 minutes to start bubbling, you know. So I'm just gonna leave the lava lamp on tonight. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah. Just chalk it up to me being a dumb vegan. No, just chalk it up to me. I exercised way too hard today, and I should be wrecked for just an average 58-year-old man. I should be wrecked according to AI. I'm just stupid right now. Not stupid. I'm just not as on top of my game as I would have been if I had just had a really chill workout today. Yes, it stars Mark Hamill. Yeah, it's called The Life of Chuck. That's it, Peter. I didn't even recognize Mark Hamill. You know, Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. I didn't even recognize. We saw the whole movie and we saw his name at the end. Like, whoa, that's Mark Hamill? I had to rewind it back. Holy shit, that's Mark Hamill. I also had remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the girlfriend, Mia Sara? She's in the movie too, as like a grandma or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And what I like about, if you get a chance to see it, check it out. And what I really like about a movie like this is that it doesn't follow like the standard like Hollywood plots. You know, you see a plot happening. Oh, that's the plot. They have to do this, so they do this. It's the whole time going, what's going on? You know, it's kind of like David Lynch. You know, you're not really quite sure what's going on. Sometimes David Lynch doesn't tie it all together. This one does tie it together, but I like that kind of just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to accept it and roll with it and see how it works out. It doesn't assume you're really dumb and you need to be spoon-fed some easily digested story, but it does. It all makes sense at the end. But yeah, if you guys have a chance, check it out. I was pleasantly surprised by that movie. Another great Tom Hiddleston performance. Life of Chuck. Oh, I didn't know that Stephen King has a thing for Mark Hamill. So another movie with Mark Hamill, that's a Stephen King adaptation called The Long Walk. Huh. I will check that. Yeah. I don't think I'm stupid right now, sir. I'm just kind of like, I'm a little airheady right now. I think most people that are my age and did the kind of crazy workout I did today, you know, the kind of calories, the kind of sustained high heart rate, they would be a little loopy right now too. That's what I'm just a little loopy and giddy right now. I would say I'm probably not as smart right now as I'd be if I had, you know, if I hadn't gone to the gym and done like, if I were to play chess right now, I'd probably have some rough games, as I'm saying. I don't think I'm as tight mentally right now. It has nothing to do with being vegan. It has to do with being in hardcore bodily recovery mode right now. Hey, Trini Vegan, good to see you. Happy New Year's to you too. Awesome. Okay, Trini, heard that movie too, the Chuck movie. What's it called again? Life of Chuck. Yeah. I tell you, if you watch the first third, it's like 3 acts or parts, you might think, what is Ryan saying? This movie is whack. It doesn't make sense. It's all full of holes. No, the holes get all covered up. It really is cohesive. Yeah, I like that. I like it where I think, is this a bunch of crap or is it brilliant? It's cool. Maybe I'm biased because I'm such a Tom Hiddleston fan, but he doesn't even carry the movie. He's really only prominent in the second act, a little bit in the third, but yeah, he doesn't carry the movie with his brilliant acting or anything like that. But yeah, Tom Hiddleston fans, Angie and I, hardcore. I think he's around my age too, huh? I'm gonna ask Shlomo. How old is Tom Hiddleston?
Okay, I found this on the web for how old is Tom Hiddleston. Check it out.
Oh, come on, you're gonna make me go to freaking Wikipedia? Oh, he's a baby. He was born in 81. He's 44. Okay. Wow. I think he looks older than his age. And I think he's awesome. I think he's totally cool. I thought he was in his 50s maybe. He must be vegan, right? No. I think he's a fine, handsome actor. Yeah, I don't want to say that name, VLAM. I call it Shlomo, so I don't want to activate it, or I don't want to activate your guys' Shlomo, so yeah, I just call it Shlomo. But I have the Australian voice, Shlomo, and I've been doing that for years, like 10 years. Whenever Siri got that voice a long time ago, probably the whole time I've done the our YouTube channel, I've had the Australian Siri, because I think it's a really pleasant sounding voice. It just sounds real. I like the tone, the vibe. Yeah, I use the male Australian Shlomo voice. Uh-oh, Long Walk. You saw it in the theaters, the other Mark Hamill, Stephen King movie. Really good movie. You cover your eyes so many times. Oh, hopefully it's not too terribly frightening, because I don't like... Stephen King's not known for gore. It's more like psychological thriller, right? Because there's really nothing gory about the Life of Chuck movie. Just a couple really kind of intense psychological moments, but... Let me know. There's no gore, right? You don't see someone get their head cut off or something like that, right? That's a little too much for me. Carl, AI can't do simple math. I think they're getting better at it, from what I understand, but I don't ever have AI. I shouldn't say ever. I rarely ask AI to do mathematical functions. Let's see. What's that late model? You want Snoop Dogg to be your Siri? Your Siri has the Aussie guy too? That's crazy, really. I was wondering how many Americans, use the Aussie Shlomo voice, but yeah. I just think it's just good sounding voice. I just feel comfortable when I hear that voice. I'm just so used to it. That to me is Siri Shlomo. Anyway. Your neighbor's from Australia. He's spicy and saucy. Interesting. Okay, Trini. The Long Walk isn't scary, but if you stop walking... Okay, so it sounds more like Stephen King, like psychological thriller, rather than graphic gore and guts and teen sex. All the things, are staples of a lot of weird horror movies. No, I don't like that stuff. I like psychological thrillers. I like to be frightened in a real way, not like, oh, there's a head cut off. That's just gross. Okay, anyway, Uncle, there's a movie coming out called Mercy this month about AI. Oh yeah, AI can be a real nightmare, right? Let's see. Let's see about Bill. What are you asking about, late model? Was Lakers Bill here last week? No, we didn't see Bill here last week either. And if I recall, I can't remember if there was a Lakers game last Friday. There probably was. That's a really common day for them to play as of late, it seems. No, maybe not, because they play on Christmas. So I don't know. I can't remember anymore. Vegan, right? No, I can't remember I don't remember things like that. They're not important to me. What days the Lakers played in the past. So if anyone's watching, that's why I don't remember them. It's kind of pointless. I just look them up later if I need to remember what day a game was. All right, Peter. I guess I'll have to check out that movie again. Wait, what's it called again? What's the name one more time of this movie? The Long Walk. Okay, I'll keep my eyes open for that. Let's see. Heidi, you want a new A24 movie. Why does that ring a bell? What is A24? I was wanting to see a film over the holidays, but nothing good seeming. A24. It rings such a freaking bell. Carl, what you mean is AI can't figure out how old someone is because it can't reason from an article. Oh no, you're absolutely right. But Siri is not even an AI. It's actually machine learning. They are rewriting it to have an AI backend. That should be coming out. That update should be coming out to Apple devices in spring 2026 this year. So yeah, Siri isn't even AI, right? It's been machine learning for like as long as Siri's been out. Yeah, and Siri is kind of dumb, but it actually is pretty good at math because I thought it uses things like Wolfram Alpha for its like math abilities and stuff like that. But yeah, Siri's so random. Sometimes it delivers really brilliant information like, wow, that's a lot of thorough detail when I asked about what's the history of such and such. And sometimes, just here's a link to Wikipedia. It's just kind of random when it's going to like actually speak the information to you, and we'll just send you a dumb link on your iPhone. Yeah, Siri's pretty frustrating, so we'll see if they make it better. I mean, it can't be any worse. It's got to be pretty cool when it comes out finally. Okay, A24 is a movie studio. Okay, I knew that ring a bell. And A44 is Vegan Zombies movie? Interesting. I forgot about that. I couldn't remember the title of his movie. Let's see. What, Peter? You went to see the new 24 movie last night with Timothy Chalamet, huh? A new A24, huh? Okay, interesting. What's it about? Okay, Trinity says, "Oh, you saw it, Peter. It's a beautiful movie at the heart of it, very touching, but a tough watch, huh?" What's the name of the movie? Yeah, I don't think I've seen what you guys are talking about there. That's what I'm reading right now. A24's Lamb movie, super duper twisted. Oh, Midsummer. Yeah, I remember that came out when I was like 6-7 years ago or whatever. That's a pretty weird freaker movie too, huh, Heidi? Yeah, that's a bizarre one. I don't know if I want to see that one again, but I saw it. I have no regrets, but yeah, I don't want to see that one again. But if you want to see a really weird, freaky movie, late model, if you haven't seen Midsummer, I believe it's a Swedish produced production. But anyway, yeah, check it out. It's pretty freaky. And nothing, yeah, it's kind of gross a little bit sometimes, but not too much. I don't remember any heads getting sawed off or anything. Okay, so Peter's this movie, Marty Supreme. It's about a guy who plays ping pong, but there's other elements of the story too. Interesting. All right, a movie about ping pong. Last one I remember about ping pong was Forrest Gump. You're too scared of scary movies, Mythalon. Yeah, me and Angie we don't like seeing heads get cut off, like I keep saying. I don't mind psychological thrillers, movies about like the devil or something like that, like, Rosemary's Baby, something like that. There's no heads getting cut off. I like just psychological fear kind of things, but really don't push it too hard. I don't want to be freaked out or I can't go to sleep ever again. Just something when you're in the moment, you're feeling like some cool fear. Yeah, it is kind of violent, Midsummer. So yeah, maybe I'll walk back that recommendation, Heidi. I know you've seen it, but yeah, I think I told Late Model to watch. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to be the one that tells you to watch it because you'll be thinking Ryan's recommending some effed up stuff there. So no, but if you want to watch it, go for it. But I'm not going to be the one telling you to. Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. That's my favorite. I think that's my favorite horror movie, Rosemary's Baby. If you've never seen it, yeah, watch it sometime. So I always like to watch those movies in October, But anyway, yeah. Eraserhead. Yeah, Angie likes that's David Lynch, right? Yeah, I'm not as much of a David Lynch fan as she is, but I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through. Have you seen Eraserhead? I haven't, but I heard it can cripple you mentally. I don't think I want to go down that road. Marty Supreme, I haven't heard of that. Let's see. Cheesy the Mouse, you recently rediscovered Gary Yourofsky. That's cool. His content is still available online. Should be awesome. Enjoyed watching his moving speeches. Let's see. AJ says that Vegan Zombie was even disturbed by Midsummer. It's pretty disturbing. Yeah, maybe if you haven't seen it, don't watch it. Yeah. So Late Model. Yeah. Rosemary's Baby. You love it too. Awesome. Probably don't go down the Midsummer road. But the Life of Chuck, if that was called, the one I just saw last night with Tom Hiddleston, if you can see that one, I'll stand behind that one. It's not perfect. It has a couple kind of cheesy moments, but for the most part, it's pretty cool. It's not as cool as Only Lovers Left Alive. No cheesy moments. Just a Tom Hiddleston's masterpiece. The Conjuring. I don't know if I've seen that one as well, Andrew. California. Wait, is that a Stephen King movie, Heidi? I kind of remember that name. I don't think I've seen it, though. Carl, you don't like horror? Wicked. For Good is more your style. Myra, uncle, says, I really like A Quiet Place. How is she doing now? She said she moved to Utah. Do you guys stay in touch? That's sad. She had to leave California. It's expensive out here, I know. Not getting any cheaper. And nowhere's getting cheaper. Ever watch shows on like House Hunters or House Hunters International? I love shows like that. I don't watch them all the time, but especially the international shows. It's like every time someone goes to some country, some city, they say, yeah, the market here is on fire lately. It's booming. Nowhere do they ever go say, the real estate market is really quiet right now. You can find some really good deals. No, I always say it's crowded, it's competitive, it's expensive, it's hard to find a place. So it's not just a California thing. It just sounds like pretty much everywhere has gotten more expensive lately. I just wonder, where's everyone coming from? If every city, it's without exceptions, always more crowded, more competitive. Where's everyone been coming from? I don't understand how the demographics work. Okay, Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis, 1993. I probably saw that then. They're kind of God, how do I put that? What's the word I'm trying to look? They have really thick southern accents and stuff like that. Is it kind of like that? I kind of remember that. If that's it. I still need to watch the F1 thing. It's on Apple TV Plus right now, and I haven't seen a Brad Pitt movie for a while. I should check it out. Because I always refer to Brad Pitt as the gold standard of the attractive man type, or whatever, meme or standard or whatever. So I should see how Brad Pitt's holding up, and he's old. He's older than me. He's officially baby boomer, if you can believe that. How old is Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt is 62 years old.
62. Any Australians? Did you guys hear that? 62? Why does my Australian Siri sometimes say 62? I'll ask him, hey, Shlomo, what's the temperature? He'll say, it's 72 right now, or 62. Sometimes he'll just say 72 or 62. Any Australians? Tell me why it sometimes says 62. Let's try it again. How old is Brad Pitt? Oh, it's not telling me. Now it's just showing me the number. But did you guys hear that? He said 62. I'm glad I was able to reproduce it for you, because I don't understand. Why sometimes... Is it an Australian thing? Do you guys say that in Australia? Hey, it's 62 right now. I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know what is normal out there. Or is my Shlomo's tripping? Let's see, what's that JRH guy watching the original Top Gun? Feels weird because how young he is, and that Brad Pitt's not there. Unless you're talking about someone else. You're talking about all the other guys, Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, the guy from Revenge of the Nerds. Forgot his name. Okay, Uncle. So let's talk about Myra. She loves it in Utah, and her new job there. She got a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. 4 garage. Oh, wow. I don't want to ask what that costs, but whatever it costs, multiply that by at least 2 or 3, and that's how much it would cost in most parts of California. Yeah, Andrew, I was never a big fan of horror, but I have less stomach for horror now. Unless I tell you, it's like a psychological thriller. Peter, you can live out in the desert in a van for free on government land. I don't know about that anymore, to be honest with you. You can't really just like stay somewhere for long periods of time. What's that, AJ? You love all Hitchcock. Rear Window is your all-time favorite. I need to see more Hitchcock. You know, the Birds ones is the movie that really sticks with me the most, which is filmed in Northern California, Marin County, right? Or no, Sonoma County, or both. No, it's Sonoma, right? Late Model, Harold and Maude, The Apartment, Sherrod, Brain Candy, and Office Space are your faves. Awesome. Yeah, Office Space. I'll back that one. That's a great movie. Okay, Trinity Vegan. That's interesting. You never heard 60 Do either, right? So we don't have any Australians right now. No one could. I wish I had an Australian on right now to tell me. Brad Pitt in Seven. Gosh, I can't remember that movie right now. You know, I don't think I've actually seen that many Brad Pitt movies. I just know what he looks like, you know. But what do I remember him in? Like, you know, Interview with a Vampire, 13 Monkeys or something like that. I forgot how many monkeys there were. I think there were 13. Yeah, I can't see. Oh, and Fight Club, of course. Yeah, who hasn't seen Fight Club? If you haven't seen Fight Club, check it out. Bill? Is Bill here? Let's see. Oh, okay. Bill Cook. I thought it was our Lakers Bill. Bill Cook says, you're still carnivore, though? Okay. Awesome. Thanks you hit the likes, though. Thank you. Hitchcock Marathon, Late Model. That sounds good. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Zone of Interest. No, I've never heard of that. What is Zone of Interest? Doesn't ring any bells. So I'll try the 60 Do again. Let me try it one more time. How old is Brad Pitt? It's just giving me the visual up here of Brad Pitt. It's not talking to me. Let me see if I can do it. Let me try one more time. I don't want to activate your guys' Shlomos, but I think it's keyed to a particular person's voice. So forgive me if it triggers your Shlomos, but I'm going to try. Hey Siri, how old is Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt is 62 years old.
You hear that? 60 Do. Did you guys hear it? 60 Do. I didn't have it near the phone next to the mic, but I think the mic should have picked it up. Let me know if anyone heard 60 Do. Wow, that's pretty hardcore, AJ. In the movie Seven, Brad Pitt's his wife's head ends up in a box. What's in the box? Oh my god, that sounds horrible. I don't think that was Bill. The guy said he was carnivore. So now Lakers Bill's been a vegan for a really long time, I thought. Like long as me, if not longer. The Babadook? What is that? Tell me more about that one. What is the Babadook? Okay, so Zone of Interest is a film about the Holocaust, but it doesn't ever show the violence. It shows a perspective living next to the camp. Wow, is it a movie or a documentary? Yeah, the carnivore Bill, yeah, he introduced himself and left. Interesting, I just popped in. Hey, hi guys, I'm a carnivore, but have a nice night. Good to see you. Interesting. I'm glad he's being chill. You know, someone could be a carnivore and not be a jerk. You know, a lot of them tend to be, but I'm sure there's some nice ones, and we just had a nice one. So thanks for being a nice carnivore. Okay, Carl says do versus to is apparently a pretty common speech processing glitch. Here's the thing though, guys, I'm not doubting you. However, it happens on my Australian Shlomo. Most of you guys with Apple phones, iPhones, you know, probably use an American voice. You guys never hear it say 60 Do, right? Like if you ask it, hey, what's the temperature? Hey, it is 60 Do today. No, just my Australian one does that, I think. But let me know if I'm wrong. This is just my assumption. I just thought it was something that was unique to the Australian Shlomo voice. But let me know. I'm just trying to troubleshoot it in my mind. I don't have any strong evidence yet, but that's my assumption, and it needs to be tested. I have a hypothesis, and we test it. You heard it, 60 Do? You heard it too, huh? Cheesy the Mouse? Oh, okay. I don't know too much about The Bird. So it wasn't written by him, but it was scripted by Hitchcock. Interesting. Yeah, Bodega Bay. Yeah, you have some great pics of the church featured in The Bird. See, that's another reason why I want to live up that quadrant of California. I can see all these. I want to go to. I've never been to Bodega Bay. Okay, the Babadook. Okay, tell me about that, Carmichael. A mother reads a creepy kids book to her son, and the son goes crazy seeing the monster, and the mom doesn't see it, and it drives her crazy as well. Wow. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I've never heard of that. Heidi, you've been fascinated by speech articulation issues and nostril sizes lately. Well, Shlomo/Siri definitely doesn't have nostril sizes, but yeah. I don't know about that, McLuhan. Yeah, I figured, yeah, a lot of the cute, some of those towns have fishing and stuff like that. Oh, well, Like, yeah, when I drive into Central California, stop by Morro Bay. Yeah, it's a fishing place, whatevs. That's unfortunate. So anyway, okay, you guys two people know who The Birds was originally written by. You guys are very up on your movie facts there. I'm just a casual viewer of movies. I'm a musician. I'm a music producer. Speaking of which, we finished. Here's what we did actually on Christmas Day. I don't know what you guys are doing. We didn't go anywhere. We were in this room Christmas Day recording vocals for our latest song. Angie laid down all her vocal tracks on Christmas Day. And on New Year's Eve, I was mastering our new song. I was mixing before. I was mixing in between the two holidays. And on Christmas Eve, I made a brand new master for our latest song. Just today, Angie submitted it to our distributors, and it will be out in 2 weeks from today. So we'll show you our latest song entitled Gray. I'll play some of it 2 weeks from tonight. So that's what we're doing on the holidays. We're working on music. We weren't seeing people really. We were just like here working hard. And it was great on Christmas to record vocals. We recorded in the afternoon. Usually it's tough because usually there's gardeners, there's people making all sorts of noise. It's pretty friggin' quiet. There were no trash collectors or whatever, refuse people and all that stuff. Is quiet. I like that's one good thing about holidays. You can get some chill a little bit. So yes, we're excited. Our first song of 2026 coming right out, and we have 2 more in production as we speak too. So yeah, we have a nice stream of music all going already for 2026. So we're keeping it up. Yeah, I told you. I show you our stats. Do you guys watch our Children with Love Spirals podcast? We're doing great. Like millions of streams on Spotify. Not just Spotify. It's not even counting Apple Music. Like our number of viewers up like doubled and streams doubled. It's been a good year for our music, and no signs of it slowing down. I think it's cool how we're just like on the steady stream of putting out new music. I love it. It sucks having to like work on an album. You store these songs for like a year or 2 or more, and you finally put them out all at once, and then there's nothing else for 2-3 years. This is cool. Just put out a new song every month or so. This is awesome. It's like my dream way of releasing music, and it's good to be inspired too. I found that to be a problem as I was getting older. It's like, I'm not finding music that's really like inspiring me much anymore. Maybe I'll find a couple songs a year, and now I'm finding all sorts of music I like all the time, and trying to integrate it into our sound and stuff. So anyway, yeah, YouTube Music has our stuff there. All the major distributors, and yeah, YouTube is one of them. So yeah, new song 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be coming out basically Thursday at midnight, or Friday. That change between Thursday and Friday. It'll be coming out right then 2 weeks from now. I'll remind you about it. Somber. I've never heard of them before. Late model. You think I'd like them? Let me know if you think they kind of have that aesthetic. I have a weird aesthetic. Not saying I only listen to that aesthetic, but it's funny. One of the AIs I chat with, I have my local models too that I do a lot of work on, but sometimes I'll use the cloud frontier models, as they're often called, like Gemini, ChatGPT. Often to check my local models, I'll have it like give me a sample prompt. I'll put it into my local models here that run on my Mac Studio. and just have it analyze, like, which one's a stronger model for music reasoning and stuff like that. So from doing that, ChatGPT really developed an understanding of my preferences, my aesthetics, what kind of tones and moods and chord changes I like and don't like. My point is, I asked it, okay, like, all right, so now that you know my aesthetics so well, tell me some. I think he called it my aesthetic DNA or something like that. I go, so give me a list of other bands or artists that have my aesthetic DNA. And he wasn't too far off. He named some albums that it named some albums that were on my list of like some of my all-time. It didn't nail all of them, but I was surprised it pulled out Sade Love Deluxe. I mean, she's put out a lot of albums over the decades. She's probably most known for her work in the 80s, like Smooth Operator and stuff like that. But I loved her 90s album, Love Deluxe. It's totally my aesthetic. He nailed that one. He called out John Mayer's Continuum album. Like, yeah, it's master work. I was surprised. He pulled out a few other albums like Massive Attack Mezzanine. Like, yes, I was listening to that all the time in the 90s. I was surprised he was able to pull out the musical DNA that I kind of react to. I also called out like Portishead Dummy. And he mentioned some artists I'd never heard of before. Some like kind of minimal piano electronic artists, a couple like R&B neo soul artists I've never heard of, a jazz one I never heard of. It was all cool. But yeah, I'm surprised he nailed some of my favorite albums. I was quite impressed. So anyway, Somber is a 19-year-old pop kid. Wow. Favorite female vocalist besides Angie? Well, late model's right. In the 90s, yeah, it would have been someone like Liz Fraser. I think now my favorite female vocalist is Winter from a band called Aspa. I also like another vocalist, Bay, from the band Inmix. Yeah, she just did a song that just brought me to tears. It's so beautiful and so haunting. She was on there's this show on a Korean show called Lee Moojin Service. He's like an independent musician and singer, and he'll have bands come on, and they'll sing songs like in the production studio there, and yeah, they see them do other artists' songs, and she did oh God. Oh, what's her name? Not Jaden Smith. Will Smith's daughter. He did a song of hers. It just brought me to tears. It's so amazing. But yeah, Liz Fraser from Cocteau Twins will always have a special place in my heart for sure. It's not like when I like new artists, like I kick the old ones out of my heart or anything like that. I just keep finding new ones. But yeah, just like on New Year's, somehow a video from Winter of Aspa, she does a song Priority with a couple other artists. Yeah, it brought me to tears again. I hadn't heard the song in a couple years. I told Angie, that song changed my life. Seriously, the way they use like trap productions and like just like a beautiful, gloomy kind of mood, a little faster than the kind of tempos we work in, but still pretty close. Like that song was life changing, and it still brought a tear to my eyes. Willow Smith, thank you, late model. I'm trying to think of the song now. The Willow Smith song. Oh man, I haven't heard it in a little bit now. Shit, it's so cool. I got to hear it again. I don't want to play it too much because if you watch it out on the TV when Angie's out there, I don't want her to think I'm obsessing on the song or anything because I'm kind of obsessed by it. Willow Smith is a Hare Krishna devotee? Interesting. I did not know that. I'm going to just Google it really quick. I got to find it. I'm going to look it up on YouTube. Actually, I'll do it. We'll do it together. I'll show you in case anyone's interested. YouTube. Lee Moojin Service Inmix. All right. Oh, yeah, Wait a Minute. This one right here, the one I'm mousing over. Yeah, Wait a Minute is the song that Bae sings. It's the Jalen Smith song. Yeah, Wait a Minute. Yep, this song is called Wait a Minute. How'd you know it was Wait a Minute? Because you looked it up for me. That is it. Yeah. Yeah, it's haunting. The way she has this cool sort of jazzy inflection. I was told Angie is like, I love the way Bae sings. She's technically not the best singer in the band. The best one's probably Lily. She's really powerful voice. She's like a Ariana Grande meets like Taylor Swift or something like that. But yeah, Bae's got more of this cool jazzy voice. I could see making down tempo and chill out songs with her. I love her jazzy inflections, and she goes for it on Wait a Minute. It's so cool. I got to hear it again. Was that DJ Whiteflower Weirdly, one of your favorite bands as a group from your tiny hometown who reconvened their band again 30 years later with the newly chosen name, though? Future Party. Interesting, huh? How did you know it was Wait a Minute, Andrew? Did you look it up? Did you Google it on YouTube? Did you search for it? No, you nailed it. It's called, Wait a Minute. I heard the original version of Wait a Minute. It's a nice song. It's got some cool guitar that I liked, but I really like what Bae did with it. She often on that Lee Mujin service show here, they'll work. They have different ways of singing it. Like, it's usually not a cappella. There's usually like a minimal track. Often the singers will perform with his pianist. And I don't know if he has one or several, but there's one pianist I love. I don't know his name. I think it's a dude. The way the dude's phrases the chords are so beautiful. It's like McCoy Tyner, in jazz. It's just beautiful chording. And he did this with Winter of Aspa too. When it's this perfect pairing between the chord choices and the vocalist. It brings me to tears. It's so cool. Anyway, oh, it's the only Willow Smith song you know? Okay, it was just a guess. Your wife likes that song. Well, check out the one I just put up here for you, too. And see if you like the way Bae did it on this episode right here that I'm mousing over. This third one down there. It says, Wait a Minute right here. So, you might not like it. I don't know, but I'm totally into it. I had no preconceived notions because I don't think I was aware of the Willow Smith song before then. But yeah, Angie pointed out it was a Willow Smith cover. It's about halfway into the episode. You'll find it. Yeah, Bae. She's one of my fave singers. Uncle, do I like Christina Aguilera for a powerful voice? Like I'm saying, for a band like Inmix, like right here, the blonde girl, Lily, this one I'm mousing over here, she's got that Christina Aguilera powerhouse voice, very technical. She can hit really high notes in a head voice without going into falsetto. Really impressive stuff. But for me, it's not always the most technical artist that I find to be the most emotional artist. I mean, there's, guitar players out there and singers that are just mainly insanely talented and virtuose. Anyway, my point is they don't always have the same level of genius when it comes to the emotional side. You know what I'm saying? They're very technique perfect. So not to say Lily's lacking in that part, but I like singers that just make me just feel really good. They might not necessarily be the best. They don't usually suck by the same token, but yeah, I'm not really looking for skill as much as like how well their voice is, the tone and how they use it. So yeah, virtuosic or Osic. Anyway, you get that late model. Yeah, totally, Ryan. I get that. Some artists I recognize as brilliant, but they don't move you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Likewise, some really simple stuff gets in there. And I kind of like a fine balance between the two. I like artists that have like some skill. I don't like the ones that are just horrible and look how they're trying hard. No, I like ones that know what they're doing, but they're not necessarily the best in the world, on a scale of 1 to 10, to 10 being complete virtuosic and 1 being a beginner. They're usually like around 7 or 8 or something like that. They're good, they're competent, but yeah, it's often those are the ones I like the best because they know how to. They understand that they're not the best singers in the world, but they're good and they know how to mask their weaknesses, and by having a different kind of strength, an emotional strength, a tone strength, or something like that. So anyway, Billie Eilish. There. JRH guy, I appreciate different artists for different things. For example, Billie Eilish is never going to belt out a loud high note, exactly, but She still sounds good to you. Exactly. Yeah. Again, she's skilled. She's definitely skilled. She's not a 10. She's like a 7 or 8, but she knows how to, like, you know, do other things. She doesn't have to be a virtuoso. She can, like, you know, be emotional and use that as a strength. Uncle, which song was I mousing over? I was mousing over this third one as I'm scrolling down here. This third episode that I'm mousing over right here. The one that says that has wait a minute. It says Lee Mugin Service episode 186, roller coaster, snowflower, wait a minute. And it's that wait a minute performance that makes me cry every time I hear it. I gotta hear it again. What's that late model? I was an angry high schooler when Head Like a Hole came out. Mind blown. They played in Portland not long ago. I never heard of Head Like a Hole. So they're an old school band from the 90s. Wow. Let's see. Speaking of our old friend there, Paul Saladino. Did I know that Paul Saladino now wraps his Wi-Fi router in tinfoil to prevent or whatever EMF didn't coming out and hurting him? I guess I didn't know. Wow, he wraps his Wi-Fi router in tinfoil. Wow. Whatevs, you know, he's just creating orthorexic behaviors, and that's not even food. I was exposed to this early on when I started becoming vegan and just looking at alternative ways of eating. I found certain people, they're not online. I found them in real life that, like, try to make you afraid of everything. They make you afraid of all food, all electronics and everything. And look, but I have the solution. I sell this thing. I sell this stuff. I sell these supplements. I sell this rock and water and stuff like that. I'm not mentioning anyone, but anyway, I'm thinking of someone very specific, though. I'm just not making this stuff up. So he's doing the exact same tactic there. Make people afraid of everything so they buy your stuff and listen to you for your wisdom, how to not get killed living in the modern world and stuff. But anyway, Head Like a Hole, 9 Inch Nails. Okay, yeah, that's a band I respect for sure. Yeah, Trent Reznor, you know, brilliant artist, brilliant musician. That said, I've never really had a strong emotional connection to his aesthetic, so therefore I haven't listened to a whole bunch of his stuff, but I know he's really good, really talented, so I don't think I've ever heard that. Okay. There's no band called Head Like a... See, I really don't know much about them. Well, I know he's not selling the tinfoil, but he's selling a bunch of other crap. Paul Saladino we're talking about, not Trent Reznor. Soundgarden, isn't that a 90s Seattle band or something? Like a rockier grunge band? If so, I don't know. I didn't really listen to in the 90s, guys. I thought I was too cool to listen to like stuff on MTV, the corporate rock. You know, they say, no, it's alternative. No, those are major label bands. They're on Warner and Capitol and stuff like that. I was into bands usually on smaller independent labels. I was an independent label artist myself, so I really wasn't buying the whole Nirvana thing. I respect Nirvana much more now as I got older. I think I started really liking Nirvana. I don't know. After Kurt Cobain died, unfortunately, I opened my mind up to some of the things I was kind of closed off to when I was younger. Yeah, I heard that MTV's done now, right? No more MTV, no more music videos. I thought they stopped playing music videos a while ago too, right? Yeah, Uncle, scare you, you know, about crap and sell you the cure. And sometimes they'll scare you about stuff that you don't know. Blasphemy! I thought I was too cool in the 90s. You know, I'm on an indie label, and most of the bands I was influenced by were not on major labels, too. So I thought MTV, that's the corporate alternative music. I'm listening to, like, the cool underground stuff. That's how I thought. I don't think like that anymore. I'm just telling you how I was a little more snobby in the 90s. Yeah, they didn't start out corporate bands. I totally get it, you know? I understand how the whole system, the food chain works, because I was in that system back then too. I get it, you know? But once, you have a committee deciding if a song is going to be approved for your album, and they determine your marketing budgets and stuff, you're in a whole different world now all of a sudden. They can put you on MTV and make you or not, make you get big or not. Yeah, again, Pearl Jam, another band I just kind of laughed at in the 90s. Like, who are these guys? It's like the flannel shirt that Eddie Vedder guy's got and stuff like that. And yeah, I've actually grown to like them more and have more respect for them over time. Yeah, I was listening to stuff like Slow Dives, TV Jones, exactly, like Creation Records type stuff, exactly. Ryan, do you like Slow Dive? Hell the F yeah, they were one of my favorite freaking bands in the 90s, man. I listened to Slow Dive all the time. I remember like when I was making my second album for Love Spirals Downwards, our album Ardor. I'm living in San Francisco. I remember it very vividly. I'm listening to Slow Dive's Slovakia album all the time, like songs like Allison and stuff like that. And listening to Sade's Love Deluxe. Those are the two albums I was listening to all the time when I was working on my second albums, Slow Dive and Sade. But yeah, what you asked there about them? Your music has such a strong shoegaze vibe, so wondering about my influences. Yes, to be honest, I don't listen to Slow Dive really at all anymore, to be honest with you. I still like their albums. I really think Souvlaki and Pygmalion. I love Pygmalion. I love the minimal electronicness of Pygmalion. That really influenced my third album ever. But there's certain albums that I listened to so much back then. They defined my life so strongly back then that I really don't find myself wanting to listen to them anymore. I don't really want to like think about the person I was back then. I don't know if that makes any sense. And it's no fault of the bands, it's not their fault, but it's just so connected to my life back then. So it's kind of weird for me to want to listen to them again. But I totally respect Slow Dive. Yeah, they're one of my big influences for sure. See, I was listening to stuff like that, guys. I wasn't listening to like Pearl Jam and stuff. I was listening to like weird stuff from England, basically. Not to say I was trying to be weird. That's just what my aesthetic was. That's what I was attracted to. But yeah, Sade, Heidi, Love Deluxe. All her albums are great, but that was the one that really just like, wow, this is so cool. Like the song Like a Tattoo on that album. That's my aesthetic. I mean, I could have written a song like that. Well, maybe I couldn't have because it's so good. That's totally the kind of chord changes I make, the tempos and moods I work in. That's so ingrained in my DNA, that song, Like a Tattoo. Geffen Records ruined Nevermind. Yeah, I don't know the history about it. I know where it was recorded at and what kind of console they used. A really good sounding console. But other than that, I don't know too much about the behind the scenes of that. It's my fault. I don't know anything about that, TC Jones. Oh, that's a beautiful song too, Piano Miss. Is It a Crime? That's from her 80s era, which is amazing. Like when I first heard Smooth Operator, I fell in love. What is this? This is cool. It's like jazzy. It's got soul. It was like an early neo soul song or something. But yeah, Sade's awesome. Oh, it's interesting, late model. You have roots in Seattle. Your parents started their married life in the grunge capital, before it was the grunge capital, in Seattle. Bought their first home for $18,000 in 1968. Damn. What's for dinner tonight? Good question, Uncle. Yeah, Angie knew I was quite hungry, so after I had my 7 banana smoothie, a few hours after that, she made me a little like a 2-bean chili with some. Let's see, what else did she put in there? Like some squash, carrots, and corn. That was really feeling really good. We're talking about sticking some potatoes, some sweet potatoes, in the oven tonight when I get out. So we'll get that going. That's what we'll have. We haven't done that in a while. It's just fun to stick some potatoes in the oven, come back like 50, 60 minutes later, take them out. You got an instant meal there. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I don't want to mention that dude. I know you're talking about. Yeah, some guy who's extremely like flat earth and anti-vegan and all that stuff. And he, Yeah, he likes my music. He was listening to one of my older albums, but still, yeah. I remember made some comment, oh, too bad they're vegan now. No, not they. That album was just me and my old singer. She eats tons of meat still, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm vegan. And why is that so bad? I'm still making good music. Song to the Siren, This Mortal Cold. Great song choice there on Vegan Zombie. AJ Vantage, you listened to so many times a Smooth Operator back in the day. Still a great song. But yeah, a lot of people kind of pigeonhole Sade as being a 90s artist. And I really think her best album came in the early 90s with Love Deluxe. What's that late model? Yeah, you loved all the grunge stuff for sure, but it wasn't your everything back then. I really was quite like shocked when I saw like grunge taken off in the 90s. I go, okay, I guess. I mean, I don't relate to it, but if that's what people my age are digging right now, they want to move away from like that silly kind of like hair metal stuff, cool. Because I always thought that stuff was insane, just like, what's up with that? Why are people listening to like Rat and Poison and stuff like that? And anyway, yeah, I'm glad people found something with a little more realness to it than that. TC Jones, Ryan, I respect your music taste. Oh, thanks. So, wanted your opinion. A guy told me that Tool is the worst band in the world. Can you give me your opinion on that? Not my taste, so I really can't tell you anything about Tool and their sound, their music, or anything like that. I'm completely ignorant, so I guess that's one way of staying out of it. I'm being completely honest with you. I'm glad. I respect that you respect my opinion and you'd like to get my 2 cents on it, but I don't lie. When people ask me something that I'm completely not informed about, I don't make it up and pretend, hey, look how smart I am. I'm going to give it an answer. No, I don't know. So I'm just telling you, I really am the last person to ask about that because I don't have any data for you. No data to inform opinions to relate to you. You ask me about another band if you want, but yeah, Tool is just totally outside of what I've listened to. Unskinny Bop, huh, Andrew? How about Every Rose Has Its Thorn, right? Oh. But it's all subjective. You're right, TC Jones. Just say band X, Y, or Z is the worst band ever. I mean, that could be your opinion, but there's no objective standard to measure that by. It's just like a silly way of saying things. It's just trying to be provocative, trying to get a reaction, trying to get in debates or fights or discussions with people. But, no band is the worst band or the best band in the world. It's aesthetics. It's taste, I mean, I could like listen to a band and say, hey, this production sucks, but I'm sure some people like it, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. To me, there's certain objective things I want done correctly in music production. And then there's other things where it doesn't have to be done exactly right, but how creative was this implemented or idea like explored or produced. So there's no correct answer, even though there are right ways and wrong ways of doing things. But sometimes the best music is when you just say F all that, just do it however way it's going to work for you. Easy E. Wow. Wasn't expecting anyone to say Easy E. What's that, Carmichael? Come on, Ryan. It's what people needed back in the 90s. Yeah, I told you, I get that. Hair metal was a dead-end street. It was a dead-end street in the 80s, and it needed to die in the 90s. So thank God the Gen X people of my age found something else that's better than, just more real than hair metal. So I get it. Yeah, I totally get the grunge thing. It just wasn't for me. I already had a thing. I already had music that I was passionate about. All this cool music I was getting from England and stuff, and 4AD, Creation Records, The Cure, stuff. I was already musically overloaded. I didn't need Kurt Cobain and Eddie Vedder. I mean, they're cool. Again, I'm not saying they're not talented and anything. I already had my aesthetic. I knew where it was. I knew how to find it. It was influencing the music I was making. you know, and so when I hear something like Nirvana, it's like cool, but it didn't influence me. I mean, there's some songs I like that could influence me, maybe like Something in the Way. That's a nice song. That kind of has my beautiful sad mood, slower tempo. It's got that cool cello. Yeah, that's cool. But you know, it's not, you know, it's not the music that speaks to my soul as far as a music producer, me, how I produce music. I have a very certain aesthetic. That's what I was telling Angie. It's like, you know, if I'm looking for samples and stuff like that, I have to look far and wide because most stuff to me just doesn't sound right. I just have to find a diamond in the rough, like, ooh, this is interesting. Let's focus on this. And, oh, it's just, you know, anyway. Uncle. Janis Joplin, again, I respect her as an artist. I think she was an amazing talent. Not my style of vocalist. I kind of like singers who are just a little more chill, a little more jazzy, like kind of like Angie, you know, kind of like that, you know, like Bay from Index that I was showing you, or Winter from Aspa. She can nail them. She's got strong pipes though. But anyway, my point is, no, yeah, it was not a big yeah, I like Janet, but or Janice, I should say, not Janet Jackson, Janis Joplin. Janet Jackson's amazing vocalist too, by the way. That's the Way Love Goes. If you've never heard that song, do yourself a favor, look it up right now. Jack Johnson. Wow, I haven't heard that name for a little bit. People still like Jack Johnson? Oh, I remember the Traveling Wilburys. Yeah, for sure. I remember the album came out. I was kind of confused. But yeah, I get it now. Yeah. I don't want to talk about Michael Jackson for fear of like getting canceled by people, but whatever you want to say about him, you know, I mean, there's no denying the guy was a freaking musical genius, a genius producer, a genius vocalist, a genius dancer. I mean, his talent is undeniable. Stuff he did outside of that, I'm not going to comment on that. I don't know. Yeah, Prince, another genius there for sure, Heidi. Absolutely. I mean, the guy wrote more songs in like a year than most people do in a lifetime. You know, he's producing songs, recording songs for all these other bands. He just gets other people to sing for him, you know, for these other bands like, you know, Morris Dave. That was his band, you know. He wrote those songs. He just wrote so many, he couldn't do them all under one artist name. He played all the instruments. Yeah, another genius for sure. Yeah, I had a little Whitney Houston phase back in the like 80s or something too, Uncle. There's a new Michael Jackson movie? No way. Michael Jackson is played by his own nephews? No way. Where's this at? Is it out already? Wow. Late model, a friend of yours is in a Traveling Wilburys cover band? That's awesome. I didn't know there was such a thing. Playing in your town in 2 weeks. Oh, you got to go see your friend playing in a Traveling Wilburys cover band. That sounds awesome. Okay, the Michael Jackson movie's coming in a few months. I can't imagine what that's going to be like. Wow. It's called Michael. Wow. You know, it was kind of emotional at Disneyland, like in the 90s or something. They had this little theater. You put on 3D glasses, and there's this cool movie. Have you guys seen it, Captain EO? They took it away after all the controversy, but maybe I'm guessing 10 years ago or so, it could be a little longer, they brought it back for a limited run. You know, went to a little theater, put on the glasses, saw it come on. Haven't seen it in like decades. A tear came down my eyes. Like, wow, he's so full of energy. His charisma, his powers, his talent. It's like, wow, what a force. You know, that was cool. Captain EO. Let me know if you guys have seen that. You think you saw that when you were there, Peter? You were like 10 years old? Okay, yeah, it was a staple there for the longest time. You'll be seeing Michael. Awesome, Carmichael. I'll definitely want to check it out. Yeah, for sure. I'm not the kind of boycott, you know, someone like that, you know. I'm not going to sit there and say I know what his life is really like and praise his morals. I don't know that stuff. You know, I'm just judging him as an artist only. What's it, Andrew? You love those YouTube drum hit challenges right before the chorus of I Will Always Love You? I never heard of that. Okay, Peter says the Michael Jackson movie comes out April 24th in theaters and IMAX. And if it does well enough, there'll be a sequel. I'll wait for it to come. I'm patient. You know, I told you just a few weeks ago, I finally saw the second Spinal Tap movie, so that was cool. You know, I'm patient. You know, that's one thing us Gen Xers apparently are good at, I learned, is we tend to be kind of patient. Oh, I see. It was going to be one single movie, but they split it up. Okay. Huh, interesting. Interesting stuff. Hey guys, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta get going. I gotta start the potatoes, the sweet potatoes in the oven, unless Angie's already beat me to it. What's that later on? You're Gen X and not patient. That's interesting. You're working on it. I don't know if am I patient or am I just broke or frugal? I don't want to go spend like $40 to see a movie. I'll just wait 8-9 months for it to show up on my streaming service that I'm already paying for anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock. That was fast, huh? Didn't Disney have a Michael Jackson show? That I don't recall. And you're right, absolutely right, Sarah, right? Our late model. Music Talk really does make time fly. I don't know what got me on it, but I guess I know why. You guys are asking about my favorite vocalists. And I agreed, yeah, with late model, yeah, like my favorites from the 90s, like say Lisa Gerrard from Dead Can Dance, or Liz Fraser from Cocteau Twins, or even Rachel Goswell from Mojave 3/Slowdive, you know, big faves of mine. But yeah, I've got more faves now too, like yeah, the girls from Inmix, particularly Bae. If you guys want to check it out, their Lee Mugin service, episode 186. No, episode, yeah, the first one here with Wait a Minute. I tell you, the song makes me cry every time I hear Bae sing that song. Anyway, guys, yeah, a lot of good music out in the world right now if you know where to look and stuff. And I think that's why, one reason why Angie and I have been on this big roll of just making a song a month now for like a year and a half. We're just inspired, you know, just seeing all this good music, all these cool role models, and you know, it's inspiring. So it's cool to have this at our old age now, because I tell you, you don't usually get this at this point in life. This kind of, last time I felt so inspired like this was in the 90s, you know, so this is kind of cool, getting a little second wind as an old fellow here. So anyway, guys, good seeing you guys. Yeah, I saw Dead Cats a few times in the early 90s, late model, and I definitely cried. The first time I heard Lisa Gerrard's voice singing to me at Royce Hall in UCLA, it was like seeing God almost, like full-on religious experience. Oh my God, TC Jones, thank you so much for your super generous super chat tip there. Let's see if oh yeah, I'll read it here. Happy New Year, Angie and Ryan. Thanks for hanging in there. Even though vegan content isn't in style right now. It's definitely not. It's right, but I don't care, because I'm not doing this to like be famous or rich or anything like that. I do it because I enjoy doing it. You know, that's how I roll. You know, that's what motivates me. If it brings me some kind of, not joy is the right word, but what's the word I'm looking for? Value, internal value. I do it. Sure hope it comes around again soon. I do hope that too, TC Jones. Don't get me wrong. We appreciate you. Well, thanks. Well, I appreciate you too. And I appreciate every one of you guys who comes and chills with me and chills with all of us on these Friday nights. It really is a special time for me. And I hope it is for you guys too. So I want to thank TC, Late Model, and AJ. Thank you so much, guys, for your very generous super chat tips, and for all our channel members for being part of the Happy Fam. It all adds up. The little monthly things help us keep all our activism and outreach going. And I promise I'll start making some new videos for the New Year. So it's just kind of tough making videos the last couple of weeks, because the holidays were falling on the exact days that I release videos, and I just don't want to release it and no one's going to watch it. So I'll start making some stuff, and I'll check my inbox. Peter, thanks for sending me some video suggestion ideas. And I want to thank you too, Peter and Uncle, for being my friends, and as well as being our channel moderators. I know you guys have my back all the time, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, guys, so I will let you go. And again, Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good 2026 so far. We're only 2 days into it, and hopefully this will be a little bit better of a year than at least for me, and hopefully you guys too, than the past one or two have been. So thanks so much, guys. I will see you soon. Take care. And remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Much love to you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.